And I saw that the power that was coming to me was an unrestrained power. It was extremely magnificent, but it was also terrifying. I saw in the dream that this word that God was giving me, this overflowing word that kept coming a lot. And then uneducated mockers of the day will say, you dream more than Moses. You dream more than Daniel. It was coming from a source that was outside of myself. A very powerful, intelligent source, a commanding presence. And I knew in this dream, this is not a source that I'm going to say no to or anything like that. I'm not going to debate with this source and say, well, who are you and who do you declare Jesus to be? There's no foolishness like that. When God stands before you, you either know or you're going to completely miss the encounter. Like Samson's parents didn't even know that they were standing in the presence of an angel and kept calling him the man. The source was coming, and it was coming to me. And that was that. God had made his choice, and that was that. And then the dream changed, and I saw myself speaking the word of God. And some of it was the word of God as it is written in the Bible right now. The word that is there, that is given to us for teaching, for preaching, for rebuke, and for exhortation. But I saw that the majority of the word that was coming to me was regarding future events. And here is the reason that God said that I should bring out this dream. When I saw the word of God, it was rising into the air. So the sentences and the words that were coming to me, when I spoke them, they came out of my mouth like little words. So you could see the words coming out like white smoke. And then they formed a cloud. And then eventually enough of the words would gather, and then they would roll up together and form in the air a scroll. So they went from being misty words, enough of them would form a cloud, and then the cloud would solidify into a scroll. And the scroll would hang before me, so it was open. You know that scrolls, they sometimes look like this. They look like an open book like this. But then after it hung there for a little bit, it would go and it would roll itself up very tightly. And then a seal would be placed upon it. And it would be pressed upon the scroll with red wax. And then the scroll would go up into the heavens, and it would be put into a basket that was in the heavens. And a number was then pressed into the warm wax so that it was very easy to see which scroll was first and what scroll was second and third. And they numbered themselves according to the wax number that was placed in the seal in correct order. And I saw myself speaking word after word after word, and they went up as scrolls, rolling up, and a wax seal placed upon them, and then up into the basket, and a number pressed into it, and they were numbered, and they were placed in that basket, hanging in the heavens above me. And I saw that even though these scrolls looked like scrolls, they also had a secondary appearance. So with the Lord, sometimes something can look like something, and then it can look like something else. So the scrolls were in the basket upright, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. But then they were also looking like very large vials of red liquid. And each scroll was closed tightly with a stopper. So each vial like this was sealed very tightly with a rubber seal, closing it up. So these scrolls, aka vials of liquid, sat above the city where I was living at the same time. I was living in a city, but it was so strange because wherever I went in that city, as I was going about my daily life, I could easily look up and I saw the basket hanging in the sky above the city.